Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever said something you didn't mean because an emotion took over? Have you ever reacted too strongly, shut down emotionally, overthought for hours, felt hijacked by anger, fear, or sadness, and later thought, why did I react like that? Most people think the problem is being too emotional, being weak, lacking control, but psychology tells a very different story. The real issue is not emotion, it's regulation. Emotions are not the enemy. Unregulated emotions are. In this chapter, we're going to explore what emotional regulation actually is, why suppressing emotions backfires, how the nervous system controls emotional reactions, and how people with emotional stability actually operate. Welcome back to MindShift. Most people misunderstand emotional regulation. They think it means staying calm all the time, not feeling anger or sadness, being emotionless. That's not regulation, that's suppression. Psychologically, emotional regulation means the ability to experience emotion without being controlled by it. You still feel anger, fear, sadness, excitement, but you're not hijacked by them. Regulation is flexibility, not numbness. Here's something crucial. Emotions don't start in the mind. They start in the body. Before you think, I'm angry, your body has already tightened muscles, increased heart rate, changed breathing, released stress hormones. By the time the thought appears, the body is already activated. That's why logic fails during strong emotions. Calm down doesn't work. Thinking harder increases stress. Emotional regulation is a nervous system skill. People don't lose control randomly. Loss of control happens when emotions exceed nervous system capacity. This capacity is shaped by chronic stress, childhood environment, trauma, emotional invalidation, constant pressure. When capacity is low, even small triggers feel overwhelming. That's not weakness, that's overload. Let's make this clear. Suppression, I shouldn't feel this. Pushing emotions down, pretending you're fine. Result, emotional buildup. Explosive reactions, anxiety, numbness, regulation. Allowing emotion. Slowing the body, staying present. Suppressed emotions don't disappear. They leak out sideways. Many people fear their own emotions. They believe, if I feel this fully, I'll lose control. That belief often comes from past experiences where emotions weren't safe, expression was punished, vulnerability led to rejection, so the nervous system learned emotion equals danger. Now emotions trigger fear on top of emotion. Double activation. Regulation removes that fear. When emotions overwhelm, the brain shifts control. The prefrontal cortex, thinking, goes offline. The survival brain takes over. That's when people say things they regret, react impulsively, shut down, or explode. This is called emotional hijacking. You cannot reason during a hijack. You must regulate first. People judge themselves for emotions. I shouldn't feel this way. Judgment adds shame, tension, resistance, which increases emotional intensity. Emotion plus judgment equals escalation. Emotion plus acceptance equals regulation. Acceptance doesn't mean liking the emotion. It means not fighting reality. Regulation happens when the body slows, attention becomes curious, the nervous system feels safe. Key ingredients: slower breathing, grounded attention, naming sensations, staying present, not force, not distraction, not suppression. Next time an emotion rises, 1. Pause. 2. Notice where you feel it in your body. 3. Slow your breath slightly. 4. Name the sensation: tight, heavy, warm. 5. Stay for 60 to 90 seconds. Most emotions peak and fall when allowed. This trains regulation capacity. Emotionally regulated people still feel deeply, still get triggered, still have reactions, but they recover faster, don't spiral as long, don't abandon themselves. They respond more than they react. That's emotional maturity. You don't need to get rid of your emotions. You need to learn how to hold them. Emotions are signals, not commands. When you can feel without being flooded, you gain freedom. Not emotional coldness, but emotional stability. If this chapter resonated, it's because your nervous system is ready to learn safety. Welcome back to MindShift. If this conversation helped you understand your emotions more clearly, subscribe for psychology-based insights that build stability instead of pressure.